Ivory Coast has reached the knockout stage of the Men's World Cup for the very first time, and they did it in style. In a comfortable 2-0 win over Curacao in Philadelphia, the Elephants barely had to move out of second gear, sealing their place in the last 32 while also becoming the first Ivory Coast side to win multiple matches in a single World Cup edition. That's a massive moment for a footballing nation that has been knocking on this door for a long time. The hero of the night was Nicolas Pepe. The Villarreal forward struck early, just 7 minutes in, after some dancing footwork from Yen Diomande on the left wing fed him a cutback in the box, and Pepe tucked it home. Then in the 64th minute, a defense-splitting pass from Ibrahim Senghor set him up for a deserved second. That brace made Pepe only the second Ivory Coast player ever to score 2 or more goals in a single World Cup match. Now, what made this win even more impressive is how Ivory Coast did it. They completed a staggering 558 passes, their most ever in a World Cup game, and continued to exploit the same tactical weapon that's been working all tournament: cutbacks from the wings. Their pace and 1-versus-1 quality out wide, combined with the number of bodies they commit into the box, has made them a genuinely dangerous side. Whoever they face next will need to be aware of that pattern. And speaking of what's next, as runners-up in Group E, Ivory Coast will face the runner-up from Group I in Dallas on June 30th. That will be either France or Norway, who both sit on 6 points and play each other today. The Athletics forecast gives Ivory Coast an 80% chance of drawing Norway, so that's the matchup most are preparing for. There's also an intriguing subplot developing around winger Amad Diallo. The Manchester United youngster has flashed genuine brilliance at this tournament, a stunning cameo against Ecuador, a solid showing against Germany, but he was substituted at halftime against Curacao despite completing all 17 of his passes and winning both his tackles. No clear explanation has come from the camp, though Ivorian media have suggested manager Emers Faye still doesn't fully trust a player who, for all his talent, can sometimes overdo it on the ball. Fans back home are starting to ask questions. Meanwhile, in the other Group E game, Ecuador pulled off a genuine shock, beating Germany 2-1 to finish third. That result was bittersweet for Curacao, ranked 82nd in the world and playing in their first ever World Cup. An early Germany goal had briefly given them hope of sneaking into third place on goal difference, but Ecuador's equalizer killed that dream. Still, Curacao leave this tournament with their heads held high. Goalkeeper Eloy Room made 15 saves against Ecuador, tying Tim Howard's World Cup record from 2014, and they earned a memorable draw against one of the tournament favorites. In a group containing 3 sides ranked in the FIFA Top 30, Dick Advocat's team gave absolutely everything. And perhaps fittingly, up in the stands in Philadelphia, the crowd reflected the spirit of the tournament itself, a mix of jerseys, families, curious neutrals, even an Irishman who admitted he picked Ivory Coast simply because the colors matched what he was already wearing. That's the World Cup for you. Ivory Coast have made history, and with France or Norway standing between them and the quarterfinals, the story is only just getting started.